Hi guys, my name is Megan and today I've got some of my favorite illustrated book covers for you. Alright, so today is just another installment of my colorful cover book recommendation series. So there are a lot of books in today's recommendation, as you guys can see, so I'm not going to go into every single one of them in detail. These are some of my absolute favorite illustrated book covers and I'm really excited to share them with you. There are a few graphic novels in here, which I'm counting because they are beautiful. So let's dive in. The first one on today's recommendation is going to be The Paper Magician. This cover is just gorgeous. So this follows Sienna Twill, and she graduated the top of her class at the School for the Magically Inclined, and despite her grand ambitions of getting to work with metal, she is assigned an apprenticeship in paper magic, which is the farthest thing from what she wanted, and she is just kind of a little disappointed, but also this story is just gorgeous and beautiful, and I still need to read the rest of the book because I only got through this one and I'm kind of ashamed of myself because I really liked this story and it's just such a beautiful cover. So next up is going to be The Magnolia Sword. This is honestly one of the most gorgeous retellings of Mulan that I've ever read. This cover is gorgeous. The pink and the green and like everything about this cover is just beautiful. Like I said, this is just a beautiful, really gorgeous, like grand tale of Mulan. It's so good and I would highly recommend it. I think I have a book review for this one. If I do, I will leave it linked up above. Okay, so next up is going to be The Bone Houses. I love this owl crate cover. The white just kind of sets off all of these like bone colors and like the texture of like the background. It's gorgeous. This follows Rin, and she and her family are grave diggers, and in this world the dead don't always stay dead and buried, and Rin is just kind of tasked with kind of protecting the village but also like trying to figure out why these people are still walking, and it's just a really interesting story. Okay, so next up is A Song Below Water. This cover is gorgeous. Like, it is hands down one of my favorite covers from 2020. So this one follows Effie and Tafia as they kind of navigate being supernatural creatures in a very contemporary, like alternate history kind of Portland, and dealing with like, you know, Black Lives Matter movements, racial injustice, and, you know, being mermaids and supernatural creatures and, you know, trying to blend but also not. This book is just gorgeous and it's amazing. This cover is just stunning. It's honestly, it's one of my favorite from that came out of 2020. Okay, so next up we have Bloom. So I really love this like kind of monochromatic blue and black and white cover. The whole comic is actually very monochromatic and blue. I really like this soft kind of picture on the front. It's very, very cute and it does really, really match the book. So this one follows Ari, and his family bakery isn't kind of doing so well, and as he is, you know, getting ready to go to college or like, you know, getting ready to move on, he doesn't want to spend his last summer working at the family bakery and he wants to go to the city with his best friends who are starting a band. And then he meets Hector, who is falling head over heels in love with this bakery and Ari's family, and they just kind of fall in love together, and it's just a really cute book. So next up is going to be Taproot. Taproot is one of my favorite books that I read this year. Gorgeous. I really love this soft green and blue and kind of like muted color palette. It's just so cute. This is about Blue, who is a ghost who is having trouble moving on, and he kind of falls in love with Hamal, who is a gardener, but he also is a necromancer that he didn't know he had these powers, and he can see ghosts, and something goes wrong in the afterlife and ghosts are starting to disappear and things aren't going right, and it is so beautiful and just lovely, and like they get to fall in love and it's just so cute. And honestly, this cover is just so pretty, and like the back is too. It's just gorgeous. And then the last book in this recommendation is going to be Heartstopper Volume 2. Like, I couldn't do this video without putting at least one of the Heartstopper comics in. This one, I really love this like peach and kind of teal color scheme it's got going on. Also on the back, it just kind of matches and it's just gorgeous. So this follows Nick and Charlie as they go from being acquaintances to friends to falling in love, and there's a lot of different topics covered in these, but this one is just so good. I love how Nick's coming out is kind of accepted and like talked through in this book. It's just gorgeous, and honestly, this is one of the best comics that I've ever read. Plus it's got really great artwork. And it's very, very, very inclusive. All right, so those are some of my favorite illustrated book covers. What are some of your favorite illustrated book covers? Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't already and would like to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media for more bookish content, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys.